Children of Auron. This is Blake 7 Series 3, continuing my reviews. We're going to use my space, system, story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best. I'm going to give the storyline a 2. I liked this episode a lot. When I first saw it, I didn't know what to make of it. I thought it was kind of neat. And this is my third time going through Blake 7. I realized that I really like this one a lot. First of all, you find out the clone masters were all killed. So, man, those guys got nailed. Remember those clone master guys? They made that fake Blake or whatever, fake Blake? Well, they're dead, according to this episode, so that sucks. But you've got Callie's people, the Aurons, who actually exiled her, and she became this fighter, as we know. She has, it's almost like a batch. It's like they clone themselves, or starting in the newer generations, they were cloning themselves and making multiple copies of themselves. And Callie has a twin sister, sort of, and she reaches out saying that they need help. And the reason they need help is that Servalan found out about this cloning thing, and she wants to clone herself, of course. And in order to do that, they helped this pilot, whose ship was destroyed, and they gave him some stuff to drink, but they gave him a disease, and he brought a disease to the planet, and it's killing all these people. And then conveniently, Servalan shows up with the cure 6 at a time. Pretty sinister, pretty evil. Servalan is just so evil in this one. But it's weird because I'll get to the characters. Something interesting happened in this episode with Servalan. She's wearing black in this one, which is interesting. Let me save her for the characters. I was going to give this a 1.5 because it's another one of these, oh, Callie gets a message kind of a thing. You're like, all right. But just the way everything played out was really cool. Like, when they get there, Avon is like really like, okay, hold on a second. Let's think this through, because his plan is to go kill the guys that killed Anna. And we're going to talk about that in the next video. That's Rumors of Death, which is my favorite Blake's episode, by Blake 7 episode. But, yeah, so I think when I saw Rumors of Death, I loved it so much that this one almost felt like, oh, I just want to get to Rumors of Death. But examining it more closely, I really liked it a lot more. I'm going to give the pacing a 2 out of 2 as well. I found myself more on the edge of my seat in this one than I originally thought. Again, you could give it a 1.5. I love all of Blake 7, Series 3 especially. I don't know why. I think Tarrant is cool. Like, I just like that cast for me was like just so great. Like, it just felt like everybody was doing something. And I really liked the way Tarrant and Avon and them interact with each other. And it's just, Avon being in charge to me is just cooler. He's my favorite character. I love Blake. He's a great character, of course, but I'm very close to saying that that Tarrant is my second favorite Blake 7 character. I find him to be really strong, and when they're against each other, it's great. And then when they're working together, it's great too. And this had a lot of awesome stuff with them. I feel like I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, because they're captured and you're like, okay, well, they're going to escape. But then Servalan is like, well, I can't destroy this laboratory. So they're hiding out in there. Like, well, how's that going to work? And then, of course, they end up destroying it through some lies that one of her Federation commanders says, which we'll get to in a second. For the artistry, I think I'd give it a 1.5. Except there's a place where they get out of the factory or get out of the control center. That entire area looks awesome. Like, it looks awesome. The rest of the episode, most of it is just in, either the 2 labs. So it's really just the Liberator and the control center and the lab. So there's not a lot of locations. There's not really any space battles. I was going to give it a 1 for the artistry, but that outside area was awesome, and there's explosions happening. So I thought, you know what, this is actually pretty damn cool. So I'm going to give it a 1.5, which it is over. I'm being really generous on this episode. It's just, I don't know, I really liked it. I don't know what else to tell you. But objectively, I still think it looked pretty good. Probably could have been a 1, but I do like that area. So the explosions were good. So I'm going to give it the 1.5 on that one. I'm going to give the characters a 2 out of 2, man. This was really good. And there's a character, there's a commander, and then there's this kind of sub-commander guy named Ginka, And he ends up being a very interesting character. He wants to go up in levels, and he's willing to do whatever it takes, and he wants to destroy Avon and his guys. And he even lies to Servalan saying, oh no, the other guy replaced your embryos with his. So he's the one getting cloned, not you. And she gets angry and she's like, okay, destroy them. But really, once those babies start to grow, a mental link is sort of formed. So she felt them die, and you felt bad for her, which is crazy. She's willing to destroy a planet, kill all these people, including women and children, in order to just clone herself. But then you still kind of felt bad a little bit too. I don't know, man. She's awesome. Like, Servalan is a bloody awesome character. Look, we know that. We didn't need 3 seasons to figure that out. I'm just telling you that this one had something a bit more. And I almost feel like season 3, I think when they lost Blake, they tried to make everyone else leveled up a little bit more. So Servalan became more. She lost Travis, so now she's sort of making up for the loss of these other characters that we had, and she's bloody awesome in this. Of course, Avon is my favorite character, and he's absolutely on fire. I'm not going to get too much time on him because I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about him in the next one. I'm going to give the enjoyment factor for this one a 1.5. I really liked this episode. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Maybe that's crazy. I am a shill for Blake 7, so I do have to let you know about that. 6 minutes, and by the way, I'm a shill, so I just love everything. No, but I think this one's a good quality episode, and I thought it was awesome. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Please remember to like the video, consider subscribing, and check out the classic television show playlist. That's it. Until next time.